Hello and welcome back to the Cricket Draft, where today I get the pleasure of speaking to Kent club captain Daniel Bell-Drummond. Daniel, thanks for joining me. And how are you?
I'm good. It's a pleasure to be on. Doing well, training hard at the moment. Looking forward to the season ahead, so can't complain.
Fantastic. Well, don't give too much away because I've got plenty of those questions lined up to get a bit deeper from you there. But if you're new around here and you're watching this on YouTube, consider subscribing to the channel. Drop us a like. If you've got any questions that you might like to have asked to future guests, drop them in the comments. If you're listening to this via an audio platform, drop us a review as well because that'd be nice. But Daniel, how's preseason going? You said you're training pretty hard. It's now getting towards the end of January, and you've had your winter holidays, I'm sure, and now you're back into the full flow of things. You've obviously got a new coach at Kent as well, a new head coach nonetheless. But how's preseason going, and how much of an impact has Adam Hollioake been able to have down at Canterbury so far?
Yeah, pre-season or the winter's been pretty good, to be honest. I personally haven't gone away so far. Just been keeping fit in Canterbury and training hard. So it's been pretty enjoyable just to have a bit of breathing space from last year and also work hard. But yeah, looking at the ground today, looking at the grounds and working hard, just giving me good vibes for the season ahead. And yeah, Adam Hollioake, obviously the new head coach now. Yeah, he's still in Australia at the minute, but he's been heavily involved with planning, recruitment, things like that. I had a lot of phone calls with him, and he seems excellent. So I know he's buzzing to get started and come over to work with us, and we're grateful to have him. So yeah, things are very positive at the minute.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, I don't want to dwell too much on 2024 because it was tough, I think would be fair to say. But having had the chance now to look back on last year, what were kind of learning points that you're able to take away? And then what have you kind of been able to address over the winter to kind of put into place for 2025? Is there anything in particular?
Yeah, there's a few things. Like you say, it's a very tough year for us. It's probably coming for a little while, especially with the Red Bull cricket. We just hung on the previous two seasons in Division One, and yeah, I think a dam burst. And once we started vaguely well, had a good win at Old Trafford, and yeah, up late May onwards, once we got a couple back-to-back losses, it was hard to change the momentum. Yeah, it wasn't straightforward for us. Obviously, we had a lot of injuries as well on the bowling front. No Matt Quinn all year was a big loss for us, and obviously Joe Denley missed a fair part of the season as well. So yeah, it was one of those seasons, and we weren't able to change the momentum. And it's very ruthless in Division One. Some brilliant teams there, and once that was the case, we couldn't change things around. But yeah, we're looking forward to this season. Division Two, haven't been here since 2018, really, so it's going to be new for us. But no, I know the guys are looking forward to it, and we'll give our best shot to try and get out the division. But yeah, there's a lot. It was a tricky season, but sometimes it it makes the future look a bit clearer, and there's a lot to look forward to as well. Obviously, new coach coming, a few new players. So yeah, there's been a lot of change, but we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, talking about the future and talking about some of the young talent that there is at Kent, and just to name a couple, really, Jaydn Denley and Tawanda Muyeye. Um, how excited are you to take the field with those guys again? Jaden's obviously a lot earlier in his career than what Tawanda is. Tawanda feels like he's been around for ages now, and he's only 23 years old. And do you think there's anybody in Kent that you think could be in line for international honours? Could they go and join Zach Crawley up in the England ranks?
Yeah, there's two good names you touched on. Jaydn Denley, very good young batter, bowls nice left arm spin as well. And yeah, he's been a product of England under 19. So yeah, we're looking for him to push on, and he's got a lot of talent, a lot of potential. Comes from a cricketing family, obviously. So no, he's got a lot of talent and potential, and he's definitely one for the future. And Tawanda Muyeye, I think the sky's the limit for him. He's an exceptional player. Um, he's one of the most talented batters I've seen. To add to those two names, Joey Evison, Nathan Gilchrist as well. Joey's done really well, and all, especially in the Red Bull format, an extremely reliable all rounder, and he's pushing his way up the order. And Nathan Gilchrist, a very talented fast bowler, had a few injury issues, but can bowl good pace. And I know when he gets it right, he's going to go very far.
Yeah, one of those innings that you had with Tawanda, I had the pleasure of being behind the microphone off at Northampton. So I got to watch both of you that day, and it was very enjoyable. So yeah, both exciting players, and Tawanda's got, I think, a great future ahead of him. Sticking on the theme of youth then, Daniel, obviously you've had a lot longer of a career than Jaydn and Tawanda. I think that'd be the nice way to put it. Experienced. With all that you've learned over your career, if you had the opportunity to go and speak to 18-year-old Daniel Bell-Drummond at the start of his professional cricket career, what kind of advice would you pass on to Daniel, an 18-year-old Daniel, that I suppose would resonate to those players that are just starting their professional careers now?
It's a good question. I think not to take things too seriously. Cricket can be a fickle game. And yeah, the worst thing you can do is beat yourself up, and sometimes that might play out in the next game you play. You lose a bit of confidence, and I think the youngsters in this day and age are better at it. But I'll definitely say, just express yourself, be free, don't let failures deter you, and especially at that age, I think people always remember your best knocks. They don't remember the exact stats or that you got a few low scores. For instance, Tawanda Muyeye, we're all talking about the exceptional talent he has and the brilliant knocks he's played. No one really cares about the dark days obviously from a outside perspective, even though it hurts. So yeah, that would be one thing I'd tell my 18-year-old self and the guys coming through. Like, just keep your head up and play your best version of your own game, and that's why you're here, and that should lead you far.
It kind of sounds like advice that would resonate all through every level of cricket as well. It wouldn't just be exclusive to yourselves in the professional game, but some young lad turning up for the first team for the first time on a Saturday afternoon could take that advice on board, which is great.
100%. Like you say, I think it goes for everyone, even me at my age. Not that I'm old, but at 31. And yeah, just not to take things too seriously. You give your best shot and train hard, prepare well, and you've got to let sort of your natural ability take over in the game. So yeah, it's for everyone, all walks of life in cricket.
Well, thank you for answering those questions. I now have the most important question of the episode to ask you. Obviously, what the cricket draft is known for, this fantasy cricket game that is growing in popularity mostly for the county championship. So we set you the task of building we'll be kind to you. You've got no budget here to play with at all. But your fantasy county championship 11 for 2025. The only rules that you have to play with is, obviously, you're only allowed 3 players per county. You must have a breakdown of your team between 3 and 5 batters, 2 to 4 rounders, a wicket keeper, and then 3 to 5 bowlers, but clearly, obviously, making your 11 up out of those numbers. Where would you like to start? How many Kent players are you having in the team? How many mates have you had to leave out? I'm curious to know. Let's start up the top. Who have you got opening the batting?
Yeah, I haven't gone for any Kent players, just so I'm not too partisan. And yeah, otherwise I'd stack it with 11 Kent players. But my team, it's not really a mates team. It's more like who I've played against and who I really rate. And they may not have had England credentials, but having played against them, I know the value they have to their counties. Well, to start up top, both these two have played for England. So I've gone for Jennings and Burns up top. Just both. I've always struggled sort of as a captain, and I think bowlers can struggle against left-handers a fair bit. And Jennings, especially, his stats are ridiculous since COVID. He's probably the best batsman in the country, especially at the top of the order in red ball cricket. And yeah, playing with him at London Spirit. I sort of played England Lions with him, played against him, England 19, South Africa 19s. So I've kind of grown up seeing him play, but really impressed with how he goes about his game. And a good leader as well. And then Rory Burns, I just think, leading that brilliant Surrey team. He's always the rock at the top. And even one thing I admire about him is, even when he's he might not seem to be in great form. He's always finding ways to score runs, and then when he does cash in, gets big hundreds and ends the year having done really well. And you didn't really notice. He didn't go through a massive purple patch, but yeah, they're my two openers. Tom Abel, I've gone at number 3, Somerset. Great bloke as well. I said I would keep friends out of it, but generally a top bloke as well. I think, yeah, he started quite late. I think he went to Exeter Uni. Came on, I wouldn't say late, came on maybe early 20s compared to myself, but similar age. I think he's really underrated, all forms, but 4-day cricket especially. I think Somerset does a fair bit. It's quite a seamer-friendly wicket, but he always seems to stand out, and they kind of build around him with the bat. And yeah, if he's fit, offers a few overs as well, but he's not in the all-rounder category.
Can't quite sneak him in
yeah,
there.
Exactly. But no, Abel 3. Sam Northeast 4. Ex-Kent player, grew up with him. And yeah, just again, I'll put him in that category with Jennings. Sam hasn't played for England, obviously, but his record's phenomenal. He's got a triple 100 and a quadruple 100, ridiculous. Yeah, in another era, could have played for England, but yeah, his run making ability is brilliant. And yeah, I think the better the bowling, the better he plays. That's one thing I've noticed about Sam. So generally class player. The keeping option, I've gone for my keeper at 5, really tough.
There's a few really good options, isn't there? Like real run churners in the Championship.
Exactly. No, there's a lot of good wicket keepers. See Jamie Smith's in the England team now, but I was stuck between 2 ex-Kent keepers. I probably know them well. I've just gone for Ollie Robinson, a bit lower down the order than Cox, and probably a bit better keeper as well, even though Cox, he's a phenomenal batsman. But yeah, Ollie Rob, since he's moved to Durham, been in ridiculous form, got his way into the England squad. And yeah, he's been excellent at Durham. Pretty tough as a Kent fan and Kent player seeing it, but no, lovely guy, and yeah, he's doing really well. And then yeah, probably someone who breaks your charts but isn't seen like an England player, Ryan Higgins. Ridiculous player. I think really, again, another underrated player. His batting's gone through the roof last couple years. And so he was actually really, I'm sure he's still a good bowler. I haven't played Middlesex for a little while, but his batting's almost become so good that his bowling's taken a slight backseat, but very good bowler as well. So he's at 6.
He's a real kind of cricket draft captain's favourite as well, just because he has that high impact of will bat, will bowl. And so, yeah, not surprised that he's made your team.
Exactly. And he's always fit as well. Just, I think 2023, he was telling me he played every single game of cricket for Middlesex, including the 50 over stuff as well, which is good going for an all-rounder. Gone for Dawson at 7. I think you could sort of flip 5, 6, 7 any way you want for batting order, but yeah, Dawson, unbelievable player. Again, probably could have played more for England. And yeah, I think he nearly got 1,000 runs this year as well, as taking nearly 50 wickets. So I think he's kind of the glue for Hampshire. Exceptional player in all forms, but Championship as well. I mean, catches in the slips, gets runs, can bowl tight and can take wickets. So he's at 7. And then I was torn at number 8, 2 very, well, from the same county, but very tough opponents. Gregory and Craig Overton.
Okay.
I think
it's a tough choice, isn't it? It really is a tough choice.
Obviously, Craig's played Test cricket for England. I'll give it to Lewis. Just found him very tough to face at times. And yeah, good thinker of the game as well. And yeah, when he's fit, he's an excellent bowler, quite skiddy, a bit quicker than you think as well. So an extra batting depth, serious. His 8's probably a bit too low for him. But
I'm gonna say this tail is wagging, Daniel.
It is. It drops off a lot the last 3, but yeah. So gone for Gregory at 8. A lot of captains in this team, aren't there?
Well, I was going to
Jennings.
say, you're spoiled for choice, really, as to who you're going to throw the armband to.
Yeah, there's a lot of captains there. And then, yeah, the 3 bowlers I've gone for, I don't think there'll be many arguments. Gone for Kyle Abbott at 9. It was either him or Abbas. I think, yeah, much of a muchness. But yeah, Abbott, gun test cricketer. And yeah, obviously Hampshire have had him for like 10 years or so, and an excellent signing. And yeah, he's again a bit like Lewis, a bit quicker than you think. And yeah, has a lot of modes of dismissal and is a very tough opponent. And then number 10, gone for Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is probably the best team in the cricket draft.
I've got a feeling it might be challenging for trophies if it existed in real life as well.
Man City budget. Yeah, I don't want to repeat what I've said about the other lads. Sam Cooke's probably the best bowler for me in the county championship. His record suggests that, especially at Essex, very tough place to play against their attack. So yeah, Sam Cooke at 10 and Worrell, gone for Worrell at 11. Yeah, excellent bowler, swing hoops it, pretty sharp as well. And yeah, so a lot of wickets in that team. I don't think I can go far wrong with that.
Honestly, I think I don't know who you're going to be looking to throw the ball to be honest. You've got Dawson for spin, you've got Higgins, Gregory, Abel for a bit of kind of change up, medium pace, Abbott, Cooke, Worrell there with the new ball as well. And plus you bat all the way down to number 8 with Lewis Gregory coming in. So superb. If I was to push you for a captain, now you get double points on the cricket draft for a captain. So who would you be throwing the armband to for that?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Hey, we asked the tough ones on the cricket draft.
Exactly. No, I can tell. Any tips from you?
Well, I think I'd be looking at Higgins or Dawson. Would be the two.
Not captain. It's more who
is
going to get the most points. Yeah, I think Dawson then. Yeah, I think Dawson.
I suspect he certainly was a popular pick last year, and I suspect he'll be even more popular this year. And undoubtedly will possibly have a little bit more work to do with, obviously, the news with James Vince going off for the PSL and not playing red ball cricket at Hampshire, which is a shame. But just to run you back through your team, you've obviously got it in front of you, but for those that are watching or listening, Keaton Jennings, Rory Burns, Tom Abel as a top 3, with Sam Northeast, Ollie Robinson with the gloves, Ryan Higgins, Liam Dawson through the middle, Lewis Gregory, just to extend that batting lineup at number 8, and then 3 seamers of Kyle Abbott, Sam Cooke and Dan Worrell from Surrey to round out the 11. Honestly, I think you played an absolute blinder there. You've acknowledged Division 2, which is more than Tom Wesley did in the first episode, so that's fantastic. But yeah, a quality team, Daniel, and thank you for getting stuck in with that.
No worries. Good fun making it, actually. Just giving me nightmares about who's done well against Kent, but no, it was good.
That wasn't the plan. I can promise you. I can promise you. But Daniel, thank you so much for your time. Good luck this year with Kent. We wish you all the best, and hopefully, I don't know. Are you a cricket draft player? Are you going to build your own team?
I might have to start doing it. I'm not. I follow it very intently, but I haven't my own team yet.
Okay.
So gonna have to get on it.
Well, we'll hold you to it. But look, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, drop us a review, leave us a like, all those good things, and we'll see you next time for the next episode.